A big hello to our Activate friends. Great to see you all again. I'm your host, Chloe Cara, and today I'm here with a man that truly needs no introduction. But to refresh everyone's memory, here we go. Our guest today is a best-selling author, entrepreneur, speaker, and most of all, a teacher. On top of launching one of the most popular blogs in the world, he has written 21 best-selling books, including The Dip, Lynchpin, Purple Cow, and Tribes. His book, This is Marketing, was an instant bestseller in countries around the world. By focusing on everything from effective marketing and leadership to the spread of ideas and changing everything, this man has been able to motivate and inspire countless people around the world. And that is none other than Mr. Seth Godin. Hello, how are
Hey,
you?
Chloe. Thank you for that over the top intro. Hardly necessary. I appreciate it.
It's very on brand for me, though. I love a dramatic entrance, and you needed one. So, you once said you can't shrink your way to greatness. So, for our event marketers here today, what would you say is the difference between a good event and a great one?
Well, this gets to the heart of it. I mean, I've spoken at 1,000 events around the world. Some of these events have changed my life. Uh, Over time, the same thing that happened to chocolate bars or that happened to air travel happened to events, which is it gets industrialized, it gets averaged down, it gets made mediocre. We make pretty good events for most people, and we have them in pretty good venues and have pretty good speakers and a pretty good agenda, and no one's complaining. So why are more people coming? And this causes the marketing problem because the challenge we have in an era when an enormous number of people work from home is if you can't give me a really good reason to show up, I don't care how hard you hype it and promote it, I'm not coming. And we have to deindustrialize it, unaverage it, and make it something that we would miss if it didn't happen.
Amazingly said. And since COVID, we've seen marketing budgets hit really hard in the events industry. And let's say you had very limited marketing resources. What would you focus on when promoting an event?
Right. So this is the key. And the people who are tuning in, this is why I agreed to come and talk to you. If someone in your team asks you to do that, they have asked you the wrong question. That putting time and effort into marketing, advertising, promoting a pretty good conference for average people is a waste. The answer is build a conference that doesn't need to be promoted. And the way you do that is by realizing that the magic of a conference is not that you're having it in a Marriott filled with pretty good snacks and pretty good speakers. Magic of a conference, of an event, is that I'm going to interact with the other people who are there. And if that's really going to happen, not because you sort of had it happen accidentally after your jam-packed day, but if it's actually going to happen because you created tension and possibility so that people leaned into it, you're never going to have trouble filling the seats. Because what people want desperately is to be seen and understood and connected, to be part of something. It's not what they used to want. What they used to want is a way to get out of the office for 4 days and maybe go to some of your talks and then go home. Please don't make them at all stressed. But now, the events that have a waiting list don't have a waiting list because they have TED speakers at them. They have a waiting list because something magic is happening inside. Go build that first.
Focus on the magic inside first. Amazing. And there is unfortunately just a lot of noise online right now and just competition over people's attention. How can event marketers stand out in a busy, busy social feed today?
Right. So you aren't stuck in traffic. You are traffic. That if there's a lot of noise, it's your fault because you've been busy hyping and Instagramming and TikToking or whatever it is to get people to notice you, to get the word out. That doesn't work. It doesn't work because someone's going to win the lottery, but it's probably not going to be you. What works is when other people get the word out for you, when other people are talking about you. So I'll use my blog as an example. A million people read it. I never hype it. I never promote it. But if I write something that benefits them, they tell the others. So this idea that I'm going there, will you come with me, is totally different than I'm hosting something and I need to sell tickets. Last minute emergency, cutting the prices. Here's the discount code, new speakers announced. I see all the hype every day. You're doing it because you feel like you have no options, but you do. And the option is you can't imagine not being here.
Word of mouth is very, very powerful. And I guess this nicely transitions into the next question, which is what marketing advice would you give to an event marketer that wants to get more people to attend their event?
So why is my life going to be better if my friends come to this event? Right? Like for 43 years, I've been helping with a summer camp up in Canada. And some kids have been there 15 years. I mean, I've been there 43. Why come back? Why bring your friends? What happens to make it better? Where's the network effect if the right people are also there? Because the conferences that are resilient, that are scaling, that are not panicking, are the ones where people who are already coming need and want to bring the others. If you don't build that, it's not going to happen.
Preaching to the choir out here, Seth, truly. And second last question, what 3 resources would you recommend to event marketers?
Okay, so I think the book I wrote, This is Marketing, will help you understand in more than 7 minutes what I just tried to explain. The second resource is to find somebody. They don't have to be the world's best, a coach, to run a meeting for you, your boss's boss, and 2 other people to have an honest conversation about this. That it's not that, well, of course, given under the circumstances, we're doing the best we can because you are the circumstances. So we need to talk about this honestly. And I guess the last one off the top of my head is I'm just a regular user and a fan of Claude.ai, and getting good at it and asking it hard questions is a really good way to have reflexive interactions, to be able to say, here's a 30-page document, please summarize it for me. Or here's something that I'm thinking of doing. Please ask me 4 questions about it that are hard. Please challenge me to make this thing better. So if we know where we're going, if we're in sync about how we and the team are going to get there, and we're honest in the way we get better at it, I think things will improve.
Read This is Marketing, hire a coach, get onto Claude.ai. I am going to do 2 out of the 3 of those things because I've already read your book. So we don't need to get to it. And last question. I don't know if you noticed, Seth, but I am wearing purple today. And just for you, yes, sir. And for our event marketers, you might be wondering, is she going to ask Seth next about Purple Cow? Tempting, but no. I'd actually love to ask you, yes, of course. Love that. Totally unplanned, y'all. Tempting, but I'm not actually going to ask about that. I'd love to ask you about Purple Space. I know Gleanon CMO Danny Asling is a huge fan of it and is always recommending it to other marketing leaders. So, Seth, what is Purple Space? Who is it for? And how can people join?
It's a year old. It's at purple.space. And when you go to purple.space, you'll see an overview of everything we're doing. The idea is to take my own advice and to build a community online that leans into what can work and refuse to just copy everybody who's come before. So it is a community of practice. It is people showing up every day, sharing generously, non-anonymously, leaning into each other, asking hard questions, supporting each other. There's workshops built in, there's peer coaching. It's about 1,000 people. I'm not trying to make it big. I'm trying to make it good. And if you're the kind of person that feels a little disconnected, but realizes you could thrive if you were surrounded by people like you, purple.space might be for you. It costs a bunch of money, but it's worth more than it costs.
You heard it here first, folks. Join purple.space. Thank you so much, Seth, for sharing absolute gems with us today. And thank you to you, our event marketers, for tuning in to Activate. Remember, you can watch more episodes at gleanin.com. We hope you enjoy the rest of the event. See ya.
Thanks, Chloe. Go make a ruckus.